Great. Hello, Sophia.
Hello, Steve.
Yeah,
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
You look very well.
Do I? Thank you. I'm just back from Atomic Rooster.
I know.
We're in a European tour. We don't do like 5 weeks because we're travelling in a van.
Yeah.
We've got an Italian agent. Anyway, I'm just back from the final leg of the 5-week tour.
It was a few days ago, wasn't it? You got back?
No, yesterday.
Yesterday.
Last night, in fact.
Wow.
And you know, so it's like we did 6 gigs, one after the other. Flew to Oslo.
Oh, nice. I love Oslo.
Yeah, but you don't see much of it, do you?
No.
And then we did a gig there. Then we flew to Poland, met the van of destiny.
The van of destiny.
Destiny. That's where we.
Well, I want to meet the van of destiny now.
And we just so we did Oslo, Poland, Austria, Germany, Italy. Italy.
Nice. Favourite place? What was your favourite out of all of them?
I like Poland.
I've actually not been to Poland yet.
I like the Polish people.
Did you have some vodka?
They've had no, I didn't actually. No.
Better go
no
back.
time for vodka. Yeah.
There's always time for vodka.
Yeah, the Polish people have had a shit time over the last 200 years.
Yeah.
They've never ruled themselves. They've always had other people.
Yeah. But
So,
you went and gave them a little bit of light and love with some wonderful Atomic Rooster. So, actually on that, Atomic Rooster, because you're still going there, you've just done a tour, but this started such a long time back. Take us back to where it all started, because that was your first band, Atomic Rooster?
Well, no.
Tell us where it started.
I started off from North Manchester. That's where I'm from originally.
Yeah, where did that you off?
And then, so you have bands and stuff, and then we decided that the only way we were going to make it is if we came down south to London.
Down south.
So that happened in, because I'm very old now, so that came like 1971, and with the band, immediately the band split up.
Right.
And I had a friend who was already down here, a guy who was sat next to me in my class at school. He came down, was playing in Colosseum.
Yeah.
A band called Colosseum.
Yeah.
And I slept on. I was sofa surfed for weeks. So the band went back, and then I got a job playing guitar in a strip club in Soho, as you do.
Oh, you kinky thing.
I know. Behind the strippers,
Must have been an awful job.
It was a terrible job. And at that time, then we had like the New Musical Express, Melody Maker, Sounds, the music press that came out on a Thursday or Friday.
Yeah.
Generally, but if you went to the West End, you could get them a day early and get the adverts, the classified adverts. That's what all the musicians did.
Yeah.
So I was in Muswell Hill, North London then. So you go into the West End early Wednesday morning, and they had all the adverts. I mean, you wouldn't get that now. Oasis required guitar.
No.
And Noel's phone number.
Yeah,
you wouldn't get that. So I answered an ad for Atomic Rooster, who were like number 2 in the charts, I think, with Devil's Answer.
Yeah.
Atomic Rooster required a guitar player to start immediately.
And there you were.
So I answered it.
Wow.
But I must say that at that time I wasn't, I hadn't been a lead guitar player. I started off, I wanted to be a rhythm guitar player.
Oh, okay.
I was just fascinated by all the chords and, and doing all that stuff.
Yeah.
So then this friend of mine gave me a crash course over 24 hours in lead
guitar.
Like you do. And so I answered it, I got the job.
Did you have to go and audition?
I had to audition, yes. I had to audition. The audition was a bit funny.
Well, what happened?
Well, I had a Fender amp.
Yeah.
It was a mistake to get. It was a 30-watt. It was actually a bass amp. I got the wrong one.
Right.
Because I heard that Fender Bassman was the amp to get, but that's not the bass amp. Anyway, we digress. So, I auditioned over a pub in King's Cross. And I remember we rehearsed for about 4 days, and then we did the first gig.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal. I had the music press for, come pictures of this, that and the other. And I had my small amp, and the drummer had a single drum kit, and Vincent Crane, no bass player, and Vincent Crane
No bass player?
No, the Hammond organ was the left-hand manual through.
The left hand. Have you seen that meme? I've got to say this now. I'm very known for, I'm a bit plinky-plonky with my piano playing. I'm not the best. But you do, as a pianist, you keep with it. And there's a meme that says, there's a sticker on the bottom of the piano that says, F off, we've got a bass player.
Yeah, right, okay. Well, so it was like the Doors.
That's him.
The Doors didn't have a bass player, did they?
No, true. I love the
But they
Doors.
did on record.
Yeah.
They had this guy on record, didn't he? I can't remember. And he played bass. So if you listen to the Doors, Jerry I don't know. Every single Doors album has got a bass guitar on it. I think. Dr. Google.
Someone's going to check this out.
Yeah, check it out. So that was the lineup. The first gig we did, because the big management who had the Faces and they had Status Quo, and Atomic Rooster based in Denmark Street in Soho. We got the first class train down to this big club in I think Exeter or somewhere. And I go in the club and I look at the stage, a big club, you know, Wham PA gear. And on here was like the biggest, like what, 2 acoustic bass amps, 3 stacks, that's 6 cabinets for a top manual.
Yeah.
The biggest drum kit I'd ever seen, like double drum kit gong. Wow. And my amp on a chair.
Love that.
It was like, you know, my amp on a chair. That's why I've got on the. Would you like to put your amp on a chair? No, I fucking wouldn't.
No.
Would you like to put your amp on a beer crate? No, I fucking wouldn't. They were 2 feet, never on stage. Beer crates and chairs. Don't belong on stage.
But come in very handy. You can't knock them.
So, yeah, so then we, excuse me, then we had an American tour.
Yeah.
I'm green behind the ears.
Yeah,
you know,
that must
like,
have been huge for you. So how old were you then?
I was like 19 or
wow,
something.
that's big.
And you know, like, now kids do everything, don't they? Me, I'd never even...
Yeah, back then we were a lot greener anyway, because there was much exposure.
So and then I'm shoved in America, which in 1971 was like the 60s.
Yeah.
You do a gig, people would be on stage at the side, there'd be women and people would be smoking pot and the whole thing. You know, it's all a different scene. Now it's high security, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think that's great to have people at the side of the stage on a theatre or...
Naked and smoking pot.
I didn't say that, you said it. And so it all happens 6 weeks and I'm like, I'm experienced then, you know. Then we come back for a couple of weeks, then we go back again.
Did you think you'd like conquered the world? Well, I've been on tour around America at 19.
I went up to see my mates in Manchester and he's lost his mind, he's gone mad. You know, I hadn't lost my mind, I just expanded my horizon.
Yeah.
So then...
It's wonderful.
Then, excuse me. So that was about 18 months I did that. And then I was young, so I wanted to...
How many gigs a week were you doing?
Well...
Probably got a crash course, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, but I like to play all the time. You know, have long, like most musicians, as you know, if you long periods of inactivity, you can get a bit weird.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, with girlfriends and the whole thing, and people, close people.
Yeah.
You know that like, I'm much better when I'm playing.
Yeah.
And I remember.
We're much better when you're playing, Steve.
Yeah, you know, thinking that you know, I don't like this hanging around doing nothing, you know.
Yeah.
But it was cool, you know. I got myself a little bed sitting Muswell Hill. Got myself a Mini, you know.
You in the Mini?
Yeah.
That I would like to see. Just to cut a hole in the roof to get your head down. You're so, how tall are you?
That's 6'2".
6'2"?
So, in old money, yeah.
In old money. Yeah.
But I remember there's a Atomic Rooster. At one point, Chris Farlow, the great Chris Farlow.
Yeah.
You know, we can talk about that if you like, but there's a video that we did, that was shot in a studio in Belgium. It's on the internet now. And there's one point, I might not be able to remember what happened yesterday, but at one point, and I'm like 20 years old, and the camera goes behind the line of gear, and on the floor I had a suede jacket with snakeskin adornments on, and on the floor was my shoulder bag, like a hippie shoulder bag.
Yeah.
And immediately I saw that, I knew what was in the bag. I knew exactly what was in the bag because I'd go on stage and with my first week's wage I bought myself a watch in a shop and I put that in there.
Yeah.
And also a girl gave me like a puzzle ring, you know, like a thing that expanded. And I went, oh, I know what's in that, you know.
In the bag, yeah.
It's a funny thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But then, I went off and started doing other stuff. And
what was next then? What came after that?
Well, I must say that now, 6 years ago, that a guy put it to me, would I be interested in reforming Atomic Rooster? And I went, well, it's something I did back then.
Yeah.
So we did it with the singer, Pete French, who left last year. Well, it's kind of like was a bit, he was standing in the way of us doing new material. But so this new revamped Atomic Rooster's got a new album out now with all new material.
Great.
But we can get to that.
Yep.
So then, just it's a funny thing because I seem to spend a lot of my time with musicians, like proper musicians, and I'm not. You know, like when the Sex Pistols came out, I thought I love this.
Yeah.
And all my musicians friends are going, bloody rubbish. What's that? They can't play. Me, I'm like, this is great. This is great.
Yeah.
It's like when I first saw The Who, you know,
Yeah.
in a club, and I thought, this is great. It's got that energy, you know, that, and they were carrying the torch of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Lost friends because I was into them. You can't be seriously like that.
You lost friends over it.
Yeah,
Wow.
I said, this is fantastic. That first Sex Pistols album, never mind, but is a masterpiece.
It is a masterpiece.
It's not a masterpiece of maybe Stevie Wonder or Sgt. Pepper.
Yeah.
It's a masterpiece.
Let your friends take that back now. How you feel about that now, friends?
Yes. So
You were wrong.
you was wrong.
You were wrong.
But here we are.
Yeah.
We're still going.
It's still going. It's still rock. And you are going to always keep going. We don't want you to stop. You've had somewhat of an amazing career. You have played with some really big names, haven't you?
Well, I seem to have, yeah.
Yeah.
The weird thing is that I've seen people play, and I never for 1 minute think I'd end up playing with them.
Yeah.
Like, for example, The Who.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
How did that come about?
How did that come
Tell
about?
us. We need to know.
Okay, right. So I'm living in South East London.
Yeah.
I'm married. I've got a 1-year-old son.
Right.
And my wife is a radiographer who's working in Harley Street.
Yeah.
And because I hadn't been working for a while, you know, as musicians don't, they like you work and then you're broke, constantly broke, you know.
Yeah.
And so she was having an affair in front of my face
with
a heart surgeon that she worked with in Harley Street. I can't compete with a heart surgeon, you know.
Well,
I did end up.
You can with the guitar.
Yeah, I did end up in Harley Street one lunchtime going, fix this.
Oh, God, that's really sad.
It happens, you know. It's probably, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it?
Yeah, life throws stuff
This
at us.
was after I was being the Paul Young band. I probably
My
wasn't.
sister loved Paul Young.
I probably wasn't the best husband, you know. I mean, I was young. And
Is this at the time when you were playing with the strippers in front or behind you?
No, this was after that.
Okay.
Yeah, but,
Just checking.
yeah, but anyway, the thing, we are jumping back and forth. But the thing with The Who was, I've been doing some demos of my stuff with the great Pino Palladino, the bass player, who was in the Paul Young band.
Yeah.
And we were driving down to East Sussex or Sussex, somewhere down to a studio, and we're driving along in my Beetle, and Pino says, I was working with Pete Townsend. I said, oh, really? He said, yeah. He said, he was asking about you. I said, excuse me? He said, he was asking about you. I said, he was asking about me? Pete Townsend. And then I saw The Who, like...
Tell them I'm not free.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm busy tonight, sorry,
Oh,
mate.
Frank. You know that one. Yeah. And then he goes, he's a big fan of yours. I said, excuse me? We're driving on the road. He said he got up in a studio, in front of a studio full of people and did a perfect imitation of you on stage. I pulled the car over, I turned the engine off, I said, excuse me?
Say that again.
Say that again. So I said, anyway, I forgot about it. This one day I get up and my wife's at work, our son is a childminder, and I'm like so low, you know, I'm thinking, you know, because I love my wife and it's all like, everything's gone really shit.
Yeah.
And then the phone rang, my landline, and this voice went, Steve? I said, yes, it's Pete Townsend. I went, yeah, right, okay. He said, don't hang up.
It is actually me.
Yeah. He said, listen, how are you doing? I said, I'm all right, you know. He said, I've got a question to ask you. He said, will you play lead guitar for The Who?
Oh, my God. You're like, no, let me think about it.
I know. I said, but isn't there a problem here? Aren't you the lead guitarist for The Who?
Yeah.
It's like getting someone else. He said, yeah, but he said, I want to play acoustic. We're doing the 25th anniversary tour. Yeah. It's going to go around Europe and round America. It may go to Australia, I'm not sure yet. And I want to be playing more acoustic because I've got a tinnitus. Yeah. And he said, there are only 2 people in the whole world that would ask to do this job. One of them's Joe Walsh and the other one's you. Wow. I said, well, you can't have Joe Walsh, can you? He's American. Yeah. Yeah. He said, yeah, you're right. So I'm like, this is unbelievable. I mean, I'd seen The Who as like a 16-year-old mod, you know, I saw them at Charlton, you know, The Who were like, I'm talking the early Who, not what they turned into.
Yeah.
You know?
Wow, that is pretty much.
He said, can you come over to my studio? I said, I suppose you better go some sort of audition, you know, I don't know. He said, come over to my studio. So I went over to his studio, we sat in the control room, and I took some demos. It's all like cassettes and everything. And I played him some stuff. He said, I love this, she's great. He said, well, I can't. And then he mentioned acoustic guitar. Now, I hate acoustic guitar.
Do you?
I write songs on it, then fuck it off. You know, it's not like.
Why do you not like it?
I don't know, because I never did it to begin with.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, people do all that stuff, and I can't do that. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I do acoustic gigs now.
Yeah.
But I do it in my own.
In your way,
In my own sweet style, as they say in the IT crowd.
Yeah.
I love the IT crowd. You.
So I've watched much of it, but when I have watched it, I always think I need to watch more of it.
Yeah, you need to watch more.
I do.
Anyway, so yeah,
Right,
I'm in Pete Townsend's studio.
Yes.
He's asked me to drive over, so I'm living in the south of Greenwich, that's all there. So I drive over to Twickenham to his studio, and he says to a minion, can you get the J2, that's a Gibson J200 vintage, out of the studio? And I'm thinking, I've got a jam with Pete on acoustic guitar, and it's not, I like to make a loud noise, you know, but it's not my thing.
Yeah.
But he gets, and this thing, the minion brings the case up. He opens the case, and the bridge flies off, and all the strings go up. And he goes, oh. And I go, see, the guitar smashes itself rather than have you play. He goes, yeah, you've got the job. You know?
Love it.
So then he said to me, he said, listen, he said, the brief is, I love what you do. He said, this is going to be an expanded band, and I want you to do your thing. That was easy for him to say, do your thing over the top of the songs.
Yeah. But
the songs are all really complicated. I mean, because Pete would write on piano, and so there was like a chord every, they're really quite complicated. It's not like blues music where you can wing it, you know what I mean? He said, but Roger, John, and myself are going off around America doing publicity for this 25th anniversary tour. So I want you to cover my arse while I'm doing that, you know. Yeah. He said, one other thing, he said, it's got to be really quiet. I'm like, I can't, I'm thinking, The Who are the loudest band in the world, you know, they would be like, that's what they were known for. Yeah. He said, but because I've got this serious hearing problem, it's got to be really, really quiet, you know.
Gosh, that's tricky.
That's tricky. So you see that line, that amp there?
Yeah.
That would be much too loud.
Wow.
You know, we're investigating little amps like this, you know. At one point, so we're rehearsing with a bass player that was also an MD that didn't particularly like me. He wanted his friend, and he didn't know why I'd got the job. And so there's all these weird pushing and pulling vibes, you know. At one point, Pete came in just briefly, and we ran a song for him, and he came up, he said, can I have a word with you? And he said, you can't play that loud. I'm thinking, that wasn't loud. You know, that was, he said, so anyway, a couple of weeks later, and in between that, I'm driving from southeast London to West London, and I've got boxes of cassettes in my car. You know, and my knowledge of The Who went from the album My Generation, a bit of Quadrophenia, Who's Next, then after that, nothing. Yeah. You know, and there's a whole bunch of albums after that I don't know anything about. Yeah. So I'm kind of putting them in, I'm thinking, and I'm driving across, you know, I'm thinking, well, which song's this? You know, and I've got charts and everything, chords, and I can read a chord chart, but it's like, so there comes this time when they start arriving. And the first one to arrive is Roger Daltrey, and he comes in, he's immediately stripped to the waist, okay, no, fucking Roger Daltrey, you know. And then John Entwistle comes in, and he's got a bass rig the size of that wall. So all this quiet shit has immediately gone out the window. He's like, come to London, like, so I'm thinking, cool, right. And there are all these, the horn players and percussionists and backing vocalists, all the, you know, extraneous people there, you know. Yeah. And I've got charts all over the floor, like, just spread out, you know. You know that thing where you're actually playing songs, but you're not really playing them. You just got hoping not to make a mistake.
Yeah, just reading through the charts, just trying to get the right notes.
Yeah, exactly. So then Pete comes in, and the crew have built him a little house, a little gazebo. This is like enormous in West London. It's a huge room, but because of all this equipment in there, it's like quite small. And right across the other side of the studio, they built this like a little a Wendy house out of sound screens and a window in there.
Yeah.
And you got a picture of the Queen, and they've got 2 small speakers and an acoustic guitar.
Right.
So he's in there, and he's like miserable, you know. And this minion comes around and he said, Pete would like the band to play the overture from Tommy. And I'm going, fuck. The overture from Tommy. You know, an overture in opera is a bit of everything.
Yeah.
But in different keys and different ways, you know, and all this thing.
You know, I haven't got a chart for that.
Yeah, no, so I'm thinking, right. It's all right. It's cool, you know, no problem. You've got Simon Phillips on drums, and it's like Rabbit on key. It's all like, and then there's a bit in the overture. You know, Pinball Wizard. It's got the ding 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 ding. Ever since I was young, but this bit here, it goes on for about 16 bars. Ding 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 ding, and that's like an acoustic, and then you know. So he's in that room, and no one's looking because everyone saw. I don't fuck up, you know.
Yeah.
So it comes to this bit, and I think, right,
a lot of intense-looking faces in that room.
So it comes to this bit here where the band goes bang, and it leaves the acoustic guitar going ding ding ding. So I'm thinking, right, he's here, he'll do that. So everyone stops, and there's nothing. But I care not to look over there. There's nothing. So I think, oh fuck, he's not playing it. So I start playing it.
Yeah.
And the minute I start playing it, he goes, stop!
Oh no!
And he gets the acoustic guitar and he smashes it in half.
Oh my God!
Kicks the sound screen over, walks right up to me, right across, in front of everyone. At this point, I don't have a friend in the room. He comes right up to me and goes, what the fuck are you doing, man? He said, that's my fucking bit. He said, leave me something to do, for Christ's sake.
Oh no!
So I'm like, right, okay. Oh, I need this gig. This is the best gig I can possibly have.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to let him talk to me like that. So I pull him by his lapel, he's got a suit. I said, listen, while you've been swanning around America, I said, I've been covering your ass as you told me to do. So when it came to that bit there,
And actually did it.
I thought you were here.
Right.
So you were going to do it.
Yeah.
So that's why I started. But you didn't do it. So then I started to do it.
Yeah.
You know what he said to me? He said, it's my fucking band. I can do whatever the fuck I like. I said, right. So we laughed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. But, yeah, it was a funny one.
Oh, imagine.
Yeah.
So then after that, was everything fine?
Yeah, everything was fine, you know. He's a very complex guy, Pete Townsend. And I've been looking at this. They've been doing this final tour, haven't they?
Yeah.
You've seen Zach Starkey and Roger, you know, that too much drum. It's all been very public. This falling out, and they got rid of Zach Starkey, Ringo Starr.
I didn't know about
You
this.
know about those.
I've been in such a bubble recently with things going on. So tell.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Well, no, they've been doing the tour, and they've had Zach Starkey, Ringo Starr's son, on drum for 20 years, I think.
Yeah.
Been with them, but they've been doing sound checks, and Roger's been kicking off, saying the drums are too loud, and Zach's throwing his sticks out the pram, and it's all got weird. So they got another drummer in, and
oh gosh,
yeah, but it's all been like a public slanging match.
Yeah, do you know what? I think I actually have seen some stuff on socials pop up about it. Yeah.
So, but you know,
oh gosh,
I don't know about
the drama.
They should have, in my opinion, they should have jacked it a long time ago, but there you go, hey ho.
Well, things go in cycles, don't they? And I think that sometimes
yeah.
people just want to try and, whoever's decision it is to do it, you know, trying to cash in on the last bit of, bit of fun and money and all of the above. You know, you can't blame people for doing it if there's a fan base there, then, you know, and it's been quite successful, them coming back and doing it and stuff. So if it ain't broke, then why fix it?
Yeah.
You know, people still want the music, so it's a lovely thing.
So yeah, this lady Maxine in America. Maxine was at the time John Entwistle, the Ox,
Yeah.
bass player, his girlfriend, and she did some work on my jacket and stuff. But John Entwistle, the bass player from The Who, the world's loudest bass player, but the most softly spoken bloke.
Isn't that funny? I love it.
So he would come over and go, Boltz, you got that guy? I said, pardon? He said, have you got that? And I go, pardon? And then a third time he's rude, so I go, yeah. He goes, have you? I go, no, I didn't hear what he said in the first place. So, I mean, I put this, there's a story where we play for 4 hours every night. I mean, people said we're doing it for the money, but 4 hours of it.
It's a lot, that's a lot of time.
So I'm at this side of the stage, I've got on my, by this time, you know, apart from starting off with little lamps, I've got like Miseraboogie stacked size of this wall, and I still couldn't hear what was playing because it was so loud.
Wow.
Know? If I went here to in front of John Entwistle's bass rig, I'd be like, oh, I thought I was being mugged. So we play in like these huge stadiums, football stadiums, and in America, all across America, like 90,000 people. You know, with the people down here on the field, and then up there, like, you know, it's a massive deal.
Yeah.
And I'm there, so I'm not with the black, dressed in black with white gloves on. I'm actually next to John Entwistle, and I've got the Who's manager in the wing, always at my side of the stage, Bill Kerbesley, lovable rogue.
You're right.
You're gonna be like, he's probably killed people, I don't know. No, he hasn't, I'm joking. But he'd be going, smash it, Boltz, smash it. You know, he wanted me to smash the gear up, because he used to encourage them to smash the gear up back in the day.
Yeah.
So it's one night we go on stage and we're playing away, you know, and I'm thinking I'm a rock god, you know. And John Entwistle was there and he's looking at me, he's going, you know, every time I looked at John, he'd go, like that. I think, what's up with him, you know? So 4 hours later, after 4 hours, we got star vision, you know, so everyone could see everything, the audience. We got off stage. I said, what? What was it with that? He said, did you not see it? I said, see what? He said, the first number, and we playing in the America, or high August, hot, all the insects, when the lights, all the insects in the world. He said, the biggest moth, pink moth, that big, landed right in the front of your hair.
Oh, wow.
And got stuck in the hairspray.
And you didn't even feel it?
I didn't know. I said, you
That's
what?
pretty cool.
He said, yeah, it was there, big pink moth. I said, I was the only person out of 90,000 people that didn't know I had a big bow on my hair. I was mortified.
It's not the look I wanted, especially a pink moth.
Yeah, I'm like,
could have been like a black one or something, a bit cooler. Ruining your street cred.
Funny, there you go.
Oh, it's funny. So, there was someone else we were going to talk with, lots of people we were going to talk about. Who's the next one?
Well, you mentioned Paul Young.
My sister loves Paul Young. I grew up with posters everywhere of him. Yeah, I felt like I was being watched by him, to be honest.
Yeah, he's a big, I'm still in touch with him.
Are you?
Yeah, he got married last year and went there to a wedding. And I just saw a message from him there. Yeah, he's a sweetie, Paul Young, you know. And that came about when they were doing the album No Parley, which went absolutely global, mega.
Yeah.
And they'd almost finished it, and they decided to not have a guitar player in the band.
Right.
There's a bit of guitar, but Paul would play a bit of guitar, but then apparently they did a couple of gigs. So I got a phone call from the producer and said, you know, well, I can't remember who, it was some MD or something, and said, can you come up to a rehearsal room, you know? Because we might want to. So I went up there, you know, did my thing. And funny, the night before, somebody had lent me a drum machine, like a TR-808.
Yeah.
And I'd written a song using the drum machine. I set up a pattern and I quickly wrote this nonsensical song. And I just happened to have it with me. And I went up there and we played a few songs, you know, and Paul came up and said, great, you're in. He said, we're doing an album, but we haven't finished it yet. We've got about, so I played on Love Will Tear Us Apart, a couple of other things. He said, but we're a song short. He said, have you got any songs? I went,
this is funny.
This is funny, yeah. And he phoned me up, Paul phoned me, he said, I love it, we're going to do it. I said, okay, right.
Excellent.
So it was called Cuckoo Karama, the song. And people would say, what's it about? I said, wait, it's just about man-woman relationship. But every day, taking my boy to school, I used to pass this in Lewisham in South East London. There was a second-hand cooker and fridge shop, and it was called Cookerama.
That's where it came from.
And I heard this John Lennon track because Dream Number 9, where you say, yeah, coo. So it was like a bit of that, and I just put it in the hook for this song.
I like it.
But immediately, because I've got CBS Publishing, but we'll give you some money, you know. So fucking great.
Lovely, yeah.
So I bought a convertible vehicle straight away. Immediately, I'm
so many people's stories, when they first get a bit of money with music, they go and buy a car.
Yeah, I bought a car and a mattress.
And a mattress, important, that's important.
So,
so you're not sleeping in the car, you're sleeping on a mattress and you're driving your car.
But the Poor Young Band was great, you know, we just, and it was like 2 years we were doing recording at the studio in the Old Kent Road, Manfred Mann's studio.
Yeah.
And every Thursday we go and check the charts, you know. And it was slowly rising. We'd see it go right up the charts, you know. The single Wherever I Lay My Hat, which is no guitar on that, but that went to number one. The album went to number one. Then we're getting so we were watching this stuff happen in front of our eyes. You know, it's one of those things we think, wow, this is really happening. So we did a first tour of the UK, I remember. So it was a bit of a heartthrob, really. So all these screaming girls, you know, fantastic playing girls. Okay.
Oh, such a hard life.
And then, then we actually play all the time. If we weren't doing a gig, well, we would do a gig and sometimes do TV. Every day for 2 years, it was just like, really, you know.
Roller coaster.
Yeah, it was round and round. And it just, we didn't know which way up was. You know, we'd be in Europe, then come back, we'd fly to America, and we'd go to Japan. It was just
so exciting, though, isn't it?
I know, it was great.
Yeah.
But, But then we kind of all paid the price a bit, you know, because, you know, it's like in the 80s. And
I can imagine. Well, I was in the 80s, I was born in 79, so I mean, a different era, but yeah.
Different era, but it was good fun. Yeah, and it was a great band. It was a fantastic band. It was a real rocking band. And so I think I played on the next album, and then I said to Paul, listen, I'm actually leaving, you know. He said, well, why are you leaving? I said, well, I 2 years and I wanted to do something. I wanted to do my own band.
Yeah.
And then after that, a couple of years later, I got a phone call, would I come back? Would I come back and join the band? So I joined them again, and we went off again. Yeah. And did another round the world. It was a slightly different band. The girl singers were no longer with him. Yeah. And so that was great. And then I got the job with The Who, so it was all bish, bosh, bash. Yeah. You know?
What stories to tell. This is just amazing, isn't it?
And then I ended up doing a lot of session work, but I really am not cut out for session work.
I was going to say, do you enjoy it? Or?
No, I find it really stressful. So, you know, when you present with a bit of music and you learn it, or you go into a studio and they're all there, and well, the thing's different. People don't do that anymore, but you get a producer phoning up saying, I'm doing this album with such and such, and we need you on a couple of tracks, or we might do that. So that's what Jimmy Page, that's how he started off doing session work. But I found it really stressful because all of a sudden it'd be like, okay, perform, pull out your best stuff here. Yeah. And it would be the next day when you'd think, shit, I should have done this. Yeah. You know,
because you happen to come into it new just for that day.
If you slept on it, then you thought, right, I could
have done this or could have done that. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. I found it all stressful, you know. Sometimes it was good fun. You get like to do an album. Yeah. Like we did this. I think my best recorded work was I got a phone call from this friend of mine, a drummer from a band called The Ruts. The Ruts. And he'd been asked by this producer friend to put like 3 people together, bass, drums and guitar. That was it, for this French classical composer. He was a big cheese in France, you know, William Scheller. But he wanted to do a rock album, a rock stroke psychedelic album. Yeah. So he thought of me, and it was kind of, money wasn't a prop, you know, there's no object. Yeah. So we recorded in a studio in in West Sussex, I think, down at Park Farm, and we were residential, and we were there the whole summer, and all through, and every day. And this guy, William Cello, he was a very sweet sort of like, and he would write the stuff on his computer, and the stuff would be deceptively simple, but be really quite complicated. And he'd come in, and this was an ideal situation. William, the classical composer, we don't have the equivalent in this country. He was like a big pop star, but also a classical composer star. So it would be like that. And we don't have the equivalent, classical star or a pop star. He was a cross. So he would come in and present us with a demo that he'd done on the laptop, and we'd listen and go, yeah, well, this sounds like the Beatles, or this sounds like this. We can interpret this in a kind of like the band Free, or Led Zeppelin, or whatever, And we would, and the producer, Mark Wallace, had his whole vinyl record collection around the control room, and in the studio itself, it's an old bar. We each had an area, and I had like all my amps set up, and so we would like listen to it and think, right, okay, this sounds a bit like the Beatles, this particular track. So we put it on and we play it for the Beatles, this track, or Free or Led Zeppelin, and we would become those people, and we'd have that, and then we'd go in there and play it like that, although it would be an original song.
Yeah. Get yourself in that world. And
some of the guitar sounds, and it was the best thing, but his record company didn't get it.
Right.
And we at one point we went over to Paris to do a live TV where we played live, and it's on there, and it's steaming. It's in French. He's singing in French, this guy, with him, little gay chap, and we're just like going for it.
Yeah.
And it's the best work I've ever done. I'm so proud of it. No one's heard it.
Yeah.
But the record company didn't get it. What is this? It's like.
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est, monsieur?
No, they didn't like it. So yeah.
So do you get that out occasionally, just listen to it and just really self-indulge and get in, just
Yeah, I think it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
I think the production on it and everything is just really. And the bass player, Gary Tibbs, who was in Adam and the Ants and Roxy Music, him and me did the backing vocals, and William would give us these parts, and we'd listen to them, and they were so complicated, but we were all, including William, deeply into the Beach Boys at this time.
Yeah.
We were reading the biography of Brian Wilson, and we were listening, and at that time, in the night, there were these CDs come out with like Pet Sounds, but with extra tracks and studio outtakes.
Yeah.
So we were all, in our spare time, we were all listening to this. So William would come in and write this ba 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 ba, all the different harmonies, and Gary and me would like listen and learn each line, go in and record it, and then not listen to the bit we'd done before. And there'd be all these like Beach Boys type stuff that we'd done. And we were like, did we do that?
Yeah.
It was just a great experience. My parting shot to William, I'm still in touch with him,
That's lovely.
I said, thanks to you, I played every single note on my guitar.
Yeah. What a lovely thing, though, and it's just such a different world now, isn't it? So you've been around so long doing this in the industry with so many different people. What are the things that you love about how it used to be compared to what it is now, and vice versa?
Yeah.
And is there anything you love about the industry now or not?
Well, I mean, all that stuff I've talked about doesn't happen anymore.
No, this is it.
And so, there's been whole periods where you don't get anywhere. You don't get that. That thing where an actor sits by waiting for the phone to ring.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't ring and it becomes depressed. I mean, that happens in music. And that's why I started doing solo acoustic gigs.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't sit by the phone waiting for the phone to ring, can you? Because it doesn't happen in that way anymore. Yeah. So now this started when I was living in Greenwich, and one day I didn't have money. I had a girlfriend, and she said, well, we haven't got any money. Go out there and make some money with it. And I said, well, I don't do that, I've told you I don't only play acoustic guitar to write songs on. Yeah. But I ended up in Greenwich Market Saturday afternoon, scared shitless. You know, because most guitar players, they don't do that.
No.
Yeah, you might don't do that. You might play with a band.
Yeah.
Because a band.
It's a very different thing, isn't
by
it?
yourself.
Yeah.
In front of strangers who haven't asked you to do it.
Yeah.
So I go in there and I go, oh, yeah, man. And I happened to be playing in a covers band at the time. So I had a few songs I could do. And people started giving me money. And I thought, and it was a light bulb moment. And I thought, this is brilliant. I didn't have money.
Yeah.
2 hours later, I've got 60 quid.
Yeah.
Just by doing this, you know.
Yeah.
We digress, yeah.
No, but we have to be very versatile as musicians, don't we?
Yeah.
And with the industry and with the world changing so much, you just have to.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you just get left behind because someone else is going to do it. Yeah. And that's the credit of you being such a great musician. So you can just turn your hand to something different and go, you know, have guitar, can play, have voice, can sing.
Yeah, there's been so many great moments, you know. I think all I can pick is one that comes to mind, you know, because there's so many great moments that have happened to me. I played with a guy, John Otway. Do you know John Otway?
That name rings a bell. Where did you hear that from?
John Otway's a crazy guy. He's like, I ended up doing a tour of America in a van with this guy. He had a partner, John Otway, Wild Willie Barrett. And he's kind of like that. John Cleese mixed with Mick Jagger, but he's destructive, you know. So I got this job.
I love him already.
I got this job and we were going around America, and I thought in America, then management said, this is in a van, you know, like 5 people in a room. You know, it was a very weird tour. It was the underbelly of America. Yeah. We played in strip clubs, and we played in punk joints and country western bars where they wanted to kill us, you know, because we did Green Green Grass of Home, you know, and murdered it. So while we were in this tour, we did the Green Green Grass of Home, but as I say, he would like throw himself around, and there'd be cowboys going, "You're fucking dead.
Oh my god.
You're dead, buddy," you know. Anyway, so John said he had a deal with Stiff Records, and he said, "Steve, I've had a brilliant idea." He said, "You know, we've recorded the Green Green Grass of Home in a punk fashion." He said, "I've had a fantastic idea." He said, "Every 100th copy of the single won't have a vocal or a guitar on it. And if someone gets that copy," he said, "you and me go round to their house and play." I went, I don't know if this is a good idea. Anyway, I forgot about it.
So you did it?
My phone rang one day. I'm in London, right, in my flat. And he said, "We're on." I said, "We're on." He said, "I'll be around to pick you up. We're going up to Leicester." So I put my 100-watt combo on the back seat and the guitar, and we drop me at the roadie and we drive up to this house in Leicester. We get to this house and they've got the extended family. It's just a normal house, you know. We're in the front room. They got like a Welsh dresser and they've moved all the furniture, and they got the grannies and they've all got the best china cups and tea. Oh my God. I mean, you know, and they've got the stereo there, and I've dragged my 100-watt guitar combo into their front room. And we put the track in and we start playing. John starts doing double somersaults. He's not athletic, smashing into the stuff. And the people are going, like, all the children are screaming, crying, and everything. Goodness. And it was like up to seeing like that. I think this is absolute chaos, you know. We smashed up their front room. When we get in the car on the way back, this is the first time I heard these words. John looked at me and said, "I think that went rather well, don't you?" I said, "No, it didn't go rather well."
Oh my God!
You know,
so did you find out any feedback from the lady with their teacups and anything you didn't hear?
I didn't do it again, but
you're like, "I'm not doing that again."
Oh yeah, so there you go.
The things we have to do.
So yeah, I'm just on the road with Atomic Rooster. We got a new album out.
That's exciting. So this tour, are you sort of in the middle of it? You just come back for a bit and then
we're
off
just in a 5-week tour split into 3 sections.
Right, split into 3.
And then we're playing this Saturday, we're playing at HRH Festival in Great Yarmouth.
Nice.
That's hard rock hell.
Hey.
Yeah. We did a gig a few weeks back.
There's going to be teacups there.
And then we got a UK tour and we're playing at Speedway in Folkestone.
Love Speedway.
But can I just say that yes. My band, Dead Man's Corner.
Oh, I know, that's what I wanted to ask about.
I know, right? So
tell us what's happened, what's happening.
I can't go into details, but it's not me, and it's it's been decided that some people I can't replace, and it's not going to So we've decided just to
call it a day. Things have their course, don't they?
They do.
And sometimes you just have to
course.
go. That's that.
At this level, by this level, I mean playing in pubs, especially in Kent. If you're not doing covers, it's really
it's so hard out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really hard. And if you're playing original music, which is a bit sort of off kilter, they think you're from Mars.
Yeah, they do.
We want you to play Hotel California. I don't have anything against Hotel California, but that's not what we do.
Just not what we do.
And you get to the point where we can't do this anymore because, so we got the gig on Speedway.
That's going to be your final goodbye gig, and I'm not here. I can't even say why I'm not here because if this comes out, the person he won't say it.
You won't be here.
There's something I've got to be at. It's a surprise.
So I think that's
everyone,
Friday the 5th of December.
Everybody needs to get to that.
Yeah.
We're going to send some people from the Folkestone Music Town team to come and film, to get some footage. It's really important that we get that because it's been a wonderful project. And a lot of people are very sad that it's coming to an end. So they need to get along to it. So there's not that much space. Is the cap is about 80 at Speedway, isn't it?
It's great in there, isn't it?
It's a wonderful venue. Yeah. Wonderful venue. It's a feast for the eyes. You could just sit in there and lay on the floor and look for 3 hours around the room and be satisfied. But tickets are on sale, aren't they?
On sale.
How much are the tickets?
I'm not sure. I should. It's not much, 10 quid or something. I don't know.
Something like that. I did see it myself. But go on to. We're going to put the links to all of that on this video.
Yeah.
On your profile on Folkestone Music.
Yeah.
All of that. We're going to share it everywhere. It's going to be it's on the gig guide. Blah 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 blah. So what do people? People just need to come and bring their biggest smiles, their best dancing feet.
We're going to pull all the stops. And my wife Louise's son's band's coming up from Brighton.
Oh, exciting! What are they called?
Mind Frog.
Mind Frog, nice name.
And they're going to be they're going to be.
Oh, Mind Frog, I haven't heard of them. What are Mind Frog? What do they do?
I think they're sort of country psychedelia. But
that's a bit different.
Bit different, yeah.
So get along to that. It's been a nice journey for you with them. And you're going to be doing Atomic Rooster after that. So you're going to do your final goodbye show at the beginning of December with Dead Man's Corner.
Yeah.
You're going to carry on. So Atomic Rooster, will they have more stuff after this tour?
Oh yeah. As I said, we've got this album out that just happened. It's all the new original stuff. We got a UK tour at the end of February. And we're playing Speedway, Atomic Rooster at Speedway.
Oh, when's that going to be?
That's I can tell you we got like a run of gigs.
Nice. We're coming to Folkestone. People need to know about that.
The Half Moon Putney, then we play.
I lived in the Half Moon Putney a very long time ago for 6 months. Great music venue at the back. But again, like you say, everything's going into, unless you do a cover and do Hotel California, then a lot of the public don't want to know.
Yeah, so when are we playing Speedway? It's
February next year, is it, sometime?
It is something I think.
Sometime in February. We'll get the date and we'll put it on here.
24th of February, Atomic Rooster at Speedway.
Speedway in Folkestone Music Town. Oh, that'd be awesome. That's going to sell out, so people need to get their tickets quickly for that. You're going to be literally, I think you came out your mum's tummy probably playing a guitar, and whenever you leave this world, you're going to leave it playing a guitar. There's no stopping you, and it's what keeps you going. Like just before we started chatting earlier, you can't once music's in you can't take it out of you. It is ingrained in you, and it is that is our mental stability.
Absolutely,
that's what keeps us sane. I was just talking to a lady yesterday actually, and she said her son's been suffering with some mental stuff. She said, as soon as he picked up his guitar and he started singing, I saw my old son back, and I was like, that's the power of music though, isn't it?
It's in him, it's got to come out.
It's got to come out. That is the power of music, and it's a wonderful thing, and we're very, very grateful and happy to have you in Folkestone.
Thank you very much.
You're one of your superstars. Oh, it's lovely to have you talking at me and hearing all your wonderful stuff, because I know some of these stories, but not all of them, so I've heard new stories today, which is wonderful, and everybody needs to hear these. It's really important that people are aware of the huge amount of talent and musical capability and talent that we've got into this town, and you are definitely one of the veterans of Folkestone Music Town. You've been here and doing a lot for a long time. Everyone knows you.
Can I tell you, in my band, Dead Man's Corner, I've had quite a few variations, but I've looked for the best drummer and the best bass player, and I found them.
Yeah.
And
Mark Hislop is
and they
absolutely
live
fantastic.
within a mile of me.
I know, how good's that?
They're bizarre.
Yeah.
And Mole.
And Mole, yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they are unbelievable, the pair of them. So very spoilt and very,
Yeah.
but you deserve it because you've worked with some greats and you're great and they're great and all the greats came together. Steve Boltz, what was the thing you said earlier that you called yourself? There was something else, I'm going to repeat that, can't remember what it was. I'm sure you've had lots of names. Steve Boltonius, Bolton.
Bolton. I've been called Boltonius in the past, yeah. Yeah, but thank you, Sophia.
Well, you're like a god to me. Thank you so much. Wonderful Steve Boltz. Come to the Dead Man's Corner, 5th of December at Speedway, and then Atomic Rooster in February 26 at Speedway.
Bye.